top attractions to visit for a weird tour to Europe. Hello guys, welcome to Lux Auto. Today we will look at top attractions to visit for a weird tour to Europe. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. 1. Hum, Croatia. Hum on the Istrian Peninsula in Croatia is often referred to as the smallest town in the world, although it certainly doesn't look like one. This town was established back in 11th century, and since then it has remained almost intact, and that is why it still has the title of a town. There are only 2 streets in Hum and only 30 residents, according to 2011 census. Although small in size, Hum is known for its unique mistletoe schnapps, which can be only found in Hum. In fact, every year at the end of October, all Istrian brandy makers gather on a fair in Hum where the visitors get to taste different types of brandy. Another attraction near Hum is the Glagolitic Alley, which connects the town of Rock with Hum. It is actually a 7-kilometer long road with a series of 11 erected monuments, last being the city gates of Hum. 2. Popeye Village, Malta. Nearly 40 years ago, this village didn't even exist until Disney Productions decided to use the site near Melilla as a film set for Popeye musical movie. The construction of the so-called Popeye Village, primarily named Sweethaven, was influenced by the comics of E.C. Segar, and it is a village where Popeye comes back in hope of finding his father. Today the village is a very popular family fun park, where you can meet characters such as Popeye, Olive and Wimpy, go on a boat trip around the village bay, or watch various shows performed each day of the week. The entrance fee to Popeye Village is 16 euros, and it includes every activity in the park except food, and you get a free glass of wine at the entrance. 3. Pamukkale, Turkey. Okay, it may not be in European part of Turkey, but it certainly deserves to be on this list. Pamukkale, or Cotton Castle, is yet another natural reserve which makes people think, how is it even possible that something like that exists? This natural site in Denizli, Turkey, is one of most visited attractions in this country. Pamukkale is known for its thermal springs and white travertine terraces. The temperature in hot springs ranges from 35 degrees Celsius up to boiling 100 degrees Celsius, and most of them are not accessible to tourists. Tourists are only allowed to dip their feet in shallow pools, and the entire area is shoe-free, which means you need to walk barefoot since these springs can easily get polluted. 4. Swimming in Beer, Austria. With Austria's love of wellness spas matched only by its residents' love of a refreshing cold beer, installing beer swimming pools in the cellar of a 200-year-old brewery seems like an obvious move. In a forest in the mountain village of Terence, 65 kilometers west of Innsbruck, the Starkenberger Brewery says its swimming pools, filled with about 42,000 pints of freshly brewed beer, are the only pools of their kind in the world. A bathe in one of the huge former fermenting vats is meant to be great for the skin, although the beer, warmed to 32 degrees Celsius, is not designed for sipping. This being an Austrian brewery, however, the drinkable version is also provided. Visitors have to pre-book to use the pools, which cost 250 euros a vat to rent. It may seem pricey, but the brewery only takes bookings for a minimum of 4 people, and the larger the group, the cheaper it is per person, as well as being home to the ancient brewery and beer museum. Both in a 700-year-old castle, Terence is a popular spot in the picturesque Tyrolean mountains for outdoor activities, with plenty of places to go hiking, cycling, and climbing. 5. A Paper Google, Belgium. A draw of index cards at the Mundaneum in Mons, Belgium, has a selection of weird little museums, but the Mundaneum is maybe the strangest. It's in a former department store in Mons and contains a vast collection of newspapers, index cards, posters, tickets, catalogs, and programs. The collection was begun in the early 20th century by the Belgian lawyer and pacifist Paul Oblet, who aimed to gather together all the world's knowledge in a single collection, called the Mundaneum, as well as filling several buildings with anything he could find. Otlet created the standard index card to impose order and invented a telescope so people could access documents remotely. But the project ran into financial problems, and the collection ended up dumped in a Brussels car park. It was almost destroyed, but in 1998 the flamboyant Mons Mayor Elio Di Rupo saved the collection, which was rehoused in a stunning museum and, with funding from Google, rebranded as the world's first internet. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any fantastic video from us.